All right, we're back over here in Natick. So over the last 2 weeks, we've gotten the foundation in, we've done the necessary waterproofing, we've backfilled, we've gotten all our inspections, septic is in, utility lines are in, drainage system. A lot of people leave that stuff to be done later on. I actually like to come in and get all my site work done so that we don't need a bunch of heavy machinery here. Less risk of damaging siding or damaging anything that's going on. Now we just got our delivery for all the lumber. The framing guys are here today. We've started putting the bottom plate for the frame. So we're just waiting for some more material to arrive, some more LVLs, and they'll start going vertical. Day one of framing sets the tone for the rest of the build, and here's what I'm looking for right off the bat. First, it's plate layout. We check to make sure everything lines up where it should be, and then we're checking for the square. If you're off by even a ½ an inch on the first floor, it's only gonna compound as we go up. Lastly, we look at the material quality. No bowed studs, no twisted plates. Working with a good lumber yard ensures so that we don't have any of these issues. So this is the pressure treated plate, and this is a foam gasket. The reason why we placed that between the pressure treated 2x6 and the top of the concrete, one, it serves as an air sealant. Also, it helps in fighting the moisture from getting to the 2x6. And now this is pressure treated 2x6. It is good to come in contact with concrete, but using the foam gasket, it helps. So on the top of the concrete, you have the foam gasket, the pressure treated 2x6, and then you have your regular 2x6, which is where the floor joist will sit on top. Our septic tank is actually under right here. We've put this, obviously the caution tape around it. You know, we're gonna have a lot of material, a lot of people coming through. It's just better to avoid it. So we have a big 1,500 gallon tank right here. On the front corner of the lot, I think we have like 3 or 4 galley tanks there for the drainage. So one is gonna be right below where the driveway will be. And then we have another one behind the house. In that back corner, we'll have our gutters run down. They'll run into these pipes that are already run around the perimeter of the foundation, and those all lead to over there. The gutters in the house will all go to those will drain. It's something that the town requires us to do with these newer builds. It just helps with groundwater runoff. So this morning, the framer's starting already laying out all the plates for the house. We've looked over the layout of the first floor deck, just really going over the locations. So these guys are building a lot of houses. I've been working on this for now 6 months, so there are a lot of special details I would know about that sometimes get overseen. So what I like to do every morning is I meet with them, I'm looking over everything, I'm calling out special little details that maybe go unnoticed, and sometimes they already seen it, but it's better to properly communicate with them. Our first floor deck calls out for a few different LVLs. We went over that and we're good to go. We're waiting now for some more material to arrive, specifically the LVLs that are coming on the second truck, and they'll start framing the first floor deck. So we're back here in Natick today. We've got a lot of progress. We've also hit a few snags too. The weather hasn't been helping us at all. We've had rain for probably the last 5-6 days, but we're moving along. We've been able to do all the exterior walls on the first floor. We're gonna start doing the floor joists, starting from the garage, moving over. We'll go show you guys how it's coming along. This is our first floor. This is gonna be our kitchen right here. We've got a nice big window, nice patio door here. We'll have a nice island in the middle, and then it'll be dining and living area. The big issue that we had here was actually there's 2 metal beams. One's going right there and one's going right here. Because of the big span, LVLs weren't enough, and so we were gonna have to put like a wood post right here, which is what I got removed. This phase is where things are starting to shape up, and so we run into a lot of these issues. You know, the metal beam should have been something I caught before, like in the planning phase, but there was a little bit of miscommunication between me and the architects about the beam being there. We didn't catch it until we were on site framing. Pretty much it's costing an extra $10,000 to go with the metal beams. We're probably losing about 2 to 3 days worth of work. When the house is finished, you know, people are walking through, you have 2 posts right in the middle of, one in the middle of your island, the other one right in between your dining and your living room. It was just gonna be off. We bit the bullet and we just said, it makes sense to do. It's one of those times where like I have to be on site the most. There's always curveballs, there's things that aren't lining up, questions that they have. Plans almost never really 100% correlate to like what's happening here. You gotta just figure it out in the moment. So the look we're going for, the modern, the size of the house, we really wanna stand out with what's in the market. So we're doing 10 foot on the first, and we're doing 10 foot on the second. So these windows are gonna be 6 foot high, and it's really gonna make the exterior pop out. These guys are gonna keep going. We have a few more rain delays in the next coming week. Next video, I'm gonna show you guys, we're gonna have our 2 metal beams in place. You'll be able to see what a $10,000 expense looks like on a job site. We'll also be getting delivery for our windows. But once the framing guys finish, we'll just be able to get those windows right in. So stay tuned for the next video, show you guys.